Hello students, I am Geeta Shoran and today's our topic is a great new criticism writer R.P. Blackmore. And if you are wondering for more videos on literary theory, I have uploaded 5 more videos on new criticism which is part of literary theory. If you want to watch those videos, you will find the link of those videos in description box. And now we will talk about today's lecture, which is about R.P. Blackmore. He is a great writer of neo criticism. Here you can see the picture of R.P. Blackmore. He was a great critic, poet, playwright, and the full name of R.P. Blackmore is Richard Palmer Blackmore. It is very important to remember the full name of R.P. Blackmore. So here we can see the work by R.P. Blackmore, the greatest work of R.P. Blackmore, which is very important to remember for net point of view. The name of the work is A Critic's Job of Work. Here I have divided this work in 4 points, and we will talk about first point. In first point, what Blackmore says. Here he says that uh, a text has everything in itself, and a text is autonomous in whole. And he says that any attempt to go outside the text find meaning is what Blackmore denies. He denies to go outside the text because we can find everything in the text. No need to go outside the text, because if we go outside, we cannot get a meaning of text, which is the intention of writer when he was writing the text. It is the funda of neo criticism, and he is a neo criticism writer, so that his thinking is also like this. He says that no need to go outside the text, judge the text from text point of view, not from the point of view of reader and author. What second point says? Here second point says judge text objectively. What he says in the second point, R.P. Blackmore says that a work of art should be judged objectively, independent of any attention of author and reader. There should not be given attention to author and reader. There is no need to go about to know about the biography of author and reader, because if we want to judge a text, so text has everything in itself, no need to go outside. Here he says if we go outside, we cannot get a good meaning of that text. If we want to judge that text correctly, we should judge it's in itself, because text has everything in itself. Text is autonomous whole. So in here he says that a critic should be objective whenever he judges the text. He critiques the text, he should be objective, he should not be subjective, and he should be independent of any attention of author and reader. There is no need to go to know about writer and reader. So in third point, he differentiate a mature critic and professional critic. We have done 2 points, and in third point he says difference between a mature critic and professional critic. Here Blackmore distinguishes a mature and professional critic. And what he says a mature critic are not expert, but even then they can judge a work correctly in a right manner. How they can judge a work in a right manner? Because they don't want to get money, they don't want to make money, they have only interest to critique the work, to judge the work. They don't want any type of money. They show their interest in criticism, that's why they judge the work. So he says that amateur critic is better than professional critic, because he judges the work in a better manner. He doesn't confined in the boundaries of any type of school, any type of doctrines. He uses his insight, and with his insight, he give a good criticism, he judge a work in a good manner, in a correct manner. So he says that, so that a mature critic is better than professional critic. Why professional critic is not good? Because for professional critics, he says that professional critics are confined by the propagation of their schools of thought, and they are focused on particular doctrines, and they mutter their insight, they don't follow, they don't use their insight, and they don't listen their insight. They only follow the doctrines propagation of their school. They don't give preference to their insight, so that they don't give a good judgment to a work. So that RP Blackmore says that professional critic is not good, professional critics are not good, amateur critics are good, because they don't want to money, but professional critics work for money, and they only work for their institution, and they work with confined in the boundaries of the institution and schools. They don't use their insight, and they don't give a good judgment to the text. So he says that amateur critic are better than professional critic, because they work with interest, they don't want any type of money. If we talk about the fourth point, in fourth point he says, that there is a comparison in criticism and working. Then why he says there is a comparison in criticism and working? He says in this work, a critic's job of work, in this work he says that criticism and working have some similarities. Why? They have some similarities, because when a critic judge a work, he goes carefully, he judges carefully, because if he will not say a good work that it is good, then it is not correct judgment. If he will say a bad work that it is good, then it is not a good and correct judgment. If a work is in real good, then he should say it is a good work, and it has some depth meaning, and some paradoxes, symbols are used in this. So that there is a comparison in criticism, because when a critic judge a work, he should go carefully on that path, because he should say good to a good work and bad to a bad work, so that he can give a good judgment to the work. And in the same manner, if a walker goes on the path, he should walk carefully, because there are many things he face in outside. He face transportation systems like car, bike, and he should walk on path very carefully, because if he will not be careful, he will not walk carefully, he can met accident. So he will walk carefully on the path, so he can go on the destination he wants. If he will not go carefully, he will met an accident, and he will not go to the destination where he wants to go. So there is a similarities between walking and criticism. Here Blackmore says he comparing walking with criticism, because he consider both to be art similar kind, that calls for attention of detail and utmost care. There is a need of attention, and there is a need of utmost care when a walker walk on the path, and when a critic judge a work. So he says that critics prefer tried and tested approaches for much the same reason as Walker would love for paved path and rapid transport. There should be there should be utmost attention and a careful work. If a worker walk on the path, he should be careful, and if a critic any work, he should be careful when he judges a work. So he says that there is a similarity between criticism and walking. uh, in next slide, we will go for a question which was asked in June 2012. What question says, like walking criticism is pretty nearly universal art, both require constant intricate shifting and catching of balance. Neither can be questioned much in process, and few inform either really well. For either a new terrain is fatiguing, prefer powered walks and some form of rapid transport, some easy theory or overmastering dogma. It was taken from R.P. Blackmore's A Critic's Job of Work, and options are: Blackmore compares walking with criticism because he considers both to be arts of a similar kind. As I said you, that he says that walking and criticism are similar. I told this concept a few minutes ago, that he says that there is a comparison and there is a similarity between both the arts. And option C says critics prefer tried and tested approaches for much the same reason as Walker would look for powered walks and rapid transport. Critics preferred tried and tested approaches. They both use the same approaches for critiquing a work and for walking on a path. So there is a similarity between them. So the option A and option C is correct. Option B is not correct. And the answer is A and C. The answer is A and C for this question. Please remember this question. This type of questions continuously asked in UGC net, and in future this type of questions may ask again. So please remember these facts. Thank you for today's video, and thank you for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for today, and we will meet with a new writer in new video, which will be from new criticism as well. So thank you for today.